Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius July 5, 2022. It is perfectly acceptable to just admit to yourself and others these simple words, "I don't know." You will be amazed at the burden that will be lifted from you. Don't think that you always have to come up with an answer to everything. In fact, trying to make up an answer when there really isn't one at all will only do more harm than good. Now that you have accepted that you don't have all the answers, the possibilities are endless. When it comes to your emotions, it is important that you ground yourself on a level base. There is likely to be an aggressive force pulling on your heartstrings, and unless you have it firm in your head what it is that you want and feel, you will get easily pulled off the trail you want to be on. So pull yourself together, and figure out for yourself what it is your heart desires. Don't be surprised if an unusual number of visitors come to your door today. A relative or co-worker could be in a black mood, which could spill over to you, as you are feeling more intuitive than usual. Realize that this is not coming from you, and let it go. Misinformation could come your way via phone, email, or regular mail. Check out the facts before you buy into it. It looks as though a tedious task faces you today. You would much rather have remained in your cozy little niche, carrying out the daily routine and banking on your independence, but it no longer seems to be a possibility. You are likely to be sucked into an ordeal, most likely as part of an entire team. You can expect to end the day drained of energy, though you will revive somewhat once you get home. Take a relaxed view of life and let grass grow over old feuds. Enjoy reviving old contacts and wallowing in nostalgia. The conditions are ideal, as you will be receiving a lot of trust and affection. Let your family know how important they are to you and spend more time with them. It's a great time to work off some built-up stresses, and you might need to dump some baggage. You'll be seized by an obsession with cleaning or getting rid of stuff. Go with it as far as it takes you. What you want seems to be magically in tune with the people you meet and socialize with. You feel a strong sense of identity and flirt with whoever you meet or find appealing. Others are content to listen to what you have to say, and you benefit equally from their response, enjoying connections you make. Your emotions are especially volatile today, and your actions are tied closely in with the things you are feeling. You would do well in any type of group situation, and you have the power and courage to lead people in a positive direction. Both the female and male sides of your psyche are quite active, and this gives you a distinct advantage in being an active talker, director, and listener. Lost in your inner world and content, you could forget to contact others. Watch out about isolating yourself, because you could feel out of step with others and miss their company. But there's nothing wrong with alternating between moments of personal reflection and being social for. This solution is highly recommended if you want to enrich yourself and go further in your introspection. Thanks to the moon's departure from your income sector yesterday, your nose for money is sharp, while the pressure this had put on the planets in your financial sector is already turning any financial tension into motivation. However, there might be just enough to keep your financial passions and fighting spirit fueled during Mars' last full day in your financial sector, and as the warrior planet of the cosmos urges you to fight to take your financial power back. While the moon won't form a friendly aspect to Pluto in your relationship sector until just before it leaves your communication sector tomorrow, already this has turned things around. Having clashed over the weekend, anything this might have exposed or buttons this might have pushed can now find a voice. With no planets in your communication sector or any other communication support, the moon's monthly visits are key to keeping the communication lines open. Mars' 6-week war on communication barriers might come to an end as the warrior planet leaves your communication sector today, but there are planets staying on that will keep the communication lines open. In the meantime, Mars will bring all that drive and enthusiasm with him when he returns to your home and family sector, bringing with him the motivation to make things happen and get things done. At the same time, while Mercury returns to your work sector today, Venus will stay on, making sure life doesn't become all work and no play. After 6 weeks in your communication sector, Mars leaves today, ending his 6-week war on communication barriers just a day after the moon left your relationship sector. It is just minutes later that Mercury, the planet of communication, will leave your romantic sector, ending a 2-month mission to give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page. In both cases, planets are staying on to keep the momentum going. Our eyes in the sky. Smart Mercury has been steadily moving forward in grounded Taurus lately, and its Earth trine to Pluto in career-boosting Saturn today can be just the push you need to step up to the plate and make things happen. Your job, or anything having to do with major responsibilities, including family and/or education, is at the forefront of this cosmic interaction, encouraging you to grab the lead and take the steps necessary to advance to the next level. If you're in a leadership role where it's up to you to make major decisions, be sure to consider all of the options, including the ones that are good for the group and not just your own personal success. Details are just as important as the overall picture. Your brainpower is impressive during this masterful trine, but remember that asking for advice or favors from people who are in key positions to help you isn't a sign of weakness. Quite the opposite, in fact. Mid-afternoon, Venus aligns with Uranus in Taurus, offering surprises in love and money. Although both planets are gliding through stable Taurian terrain, Uranus shakes us out of complacency and suggests we examine matters of the heart in evolutionary language. How are our relationships serving to develop our consciousness? If we are not lit up in love, we might now look for excitement elsewhere. Alternatively, we might be on the receiving end of another's sudden desire for change. This can be an influence for breakups, but not if a partnership is on solid footing. A union that begins under this influence may not last long, but we can learn a great deal from the engagement. Since Venus also rules money, we might also make risky investments at this time. The potential for both gains and losses is inherent in this transit, so only gamble with resources that you can afford to lose. In the evening, the Scorpio moon opposes Uranus, making us impulsive. A battle between intuition and instinct prompts us to grab for power. However, Uranus' influence prevents us from getting a firm grip, causing us to feel impotent. The more we try to assert dominance, the more the universe affirms that we are not in the driver's seat. Psychological revelations occur which are hard to process in the immediate. It may be some time before we can give proper context to our emotions, but we will be better for this confrontation.